Alrighty. How's it going, everyone? Quick apologies for the delay in getting this video out. I originally wanted to get it uploaded last week, but I was just coming back from a long 2-week vacation off of work, and they immediately sent me over to Atlanta for a business trip. And so I just came back from that this week and wanted to get back into making sure I got this update up for you guys. So quick apologies for the delay. In any case, thank you all for watching this video. If you're wondering what's going to be happening on the channel for this upcoming year, this is the video to watch. I do this update every single year. It's a big annual update where I talk about my goals, my plans for the channel, as well as a look back on the previous year and the accomplishments and basically how I'm faring personally. So if you're interested in all that, well, you've come to the right place. So 2022 was a bit of a rough year, to say the least. I definitely didn't get as much accomplished as I wanted to and set out to do at the beginning of the year. And also, for some people close to me, friends and family, a lot of people seem to have been going through a lot of difficulties and challenges this past year. And so, I just think all around this year was one that kind of started off a little bit optimistic and then just quickly kind of turned sour. For me personally, I think the beginning of this year, the content on the channel was in a good place. I was happy with the quality of the videos that I was uploading. But definitely was after the first quarter, things kind of took a nosedive down. And there were periods of weeks that I just didn't upload anything, and I was struggling to find joy in basically editing videos or creating any type of content. And I think I posted up on YouTube, I made a community post at one point, just kind of apologizing to you guys for just the lack of anything going on, and that I was really having a hard time trying to find a balance with doing basically YouTube as well as like responsibilities in life. And it was kind of like a rough start. And then around my birthday in June, things kind of hit rock bottom essentially. My entire family, my friends, and basically everyone that I knew that was close to me basically got down with COVID. And I basically got COVID on a return trip back from the UK, and I was out of commission for a period of a couple weeks. So it was like a period of basically 2 months where it was like extreme isolation. I couldn't really go anywhere, I couldn't really see anyone. And I'm someone who, quarantining is not like the worst thing in the world for me. I tend to be more of an introverted personality, so I can bunker down and play games and just keep to myself. But for me, it's like I have a routine of doing some things, and if at any point there's a portion where there's something would just disrupt that routine or create some sort of distraction or obstacle in the way of me trying to do things that I need to do, that to me is where it kind of adds a lot of stress. And especially with being sick with COVID and seeing everyone else around me kind of being sick with COVID, it definitely hit me hard when that was going on. However, that experience was not entirely in vain, and little did I realize that going through that entire process would have led me to discover the balance that I was really looking for this entire time between doing YouTube and also being able to focus on the responsibilities and the mundane tasks of everyday life. Part of the reason why I believe this channel has kind of been in this stagnant phase for many years was due in part to the lack of any balance in my life between, wanting to do YouTube and stuff like that. And, there would be just periods of months, weeks, plans that I would set forth and just not commit on fully or just not come to fruition. That has kind of led this channel to be in this really weird phase where there are periods of really good months and then basically periods of dead months combined with that. And going through that entire experience with COVID and, seeing everyone else around me, it really taught me to allow myself to break free from that kind of restrictive mindset and kind of focus on the joys, the little joy moments of life, and make sure that I, put attention into that as much as I can, without having it distracting me completely or being afraid of having it distract me completely from basically accomplishing, my responsibilities and my other goals that I had set out for myself personally. And so that's why you guys saw this really incredible influx of content on a regular basis, honestly, for this channel, basically in the latter half of the past year. And I've basically caught up on my entire backlog in that time. I uploaded impressions, gameplay videos, unboxings were returning, live stream reactions. It was basically this incredible influx of content, and all the stuff that I had wanted to do, I was finally, I felt finally free from that restrictive hold of not being able to do that, because I used to guilt trip myself, and I mentioned it before in that interim channel update, so if you want to, hear more details about that, you can watch that video, but I was basically restricting myself from, trying to go out there and have fun and do videos, and it was like a me problem, and I tried to convince myself that it was basically all these other obstacles kind of coming in the way of doing those fun, videos and whatnot, but it really wasn't. It was basically me holding myself back. So while 2022 was a challenging year for me on a personal level, I do feel it was a substantial year in terms of the growth on this channel. And there are a lot of things that I was able to get uploaded and bring content back, stuff that excited you guys, and I just love seeing the incredible support and reactions from you guys in terms of me kind of bringing these videos back, especially the unboxings. It was just great to see people being excited about something that I was uploading once again. And really, honestly, I just want to thank all of you so much just for the incredible support, all the feedback, and just being committed to, honestly, the growth of this channel and helping out. It's just been invaluable for me personally, and I'm just in your debt. Thank you guys so much. So with that being said, I feel this is a good time to segue into what 2023 is about. Now, every single year I give a theme for the year, and 2022 was the year of disruption. There was quite a lot of disruption going on in 2022, just not the positive kind that I was kind of envisioning. But 2023 is going to be a little bit less aggressive, but still no less substantial, and that is going to be the year of growth. And so 2023 is really going to be about me taking the momentum that I built with this channel, as well as on the personal side in 2022, and finally turning it into something tangible for 2023. So what does that look like in terms of content for the channel? Well, for one, I introduced unboxing videos earlier last year, and I want to make sure I continue to keep that as a main form of content. However, it's important to me that I am still committed to my initial promise when bringing back these videos. Back when I was doing initial unboxing videos, I was basically getting every single game on release that I was going to play, and sometimes there would be a period of many months where these games that I would get would sit on shelves and go unplayed. And so I want to make sure if I'm getting these games on release, it makes sense from a financial decision, it makes sense from a content perspective, and that they're not just sitting on shelves for many months and then I'll just get to them when they're already, at a discount price later down the line. So I want to make sure that, when I'm doing these unboxings, that it's not just me going overboard. Yes, there's a lot of incredible stuff coming up, but I just want to make sure that it makes sense for me to do these unboxing videos. So I'm still going to be quite selective, but if there's a particular game coming out that you guys are just excited for, please do share that with me, and I'll try to make that happen. Something else I also introduced last year was the introduction of these live stream reaction videos. Basically, instead of before where I would basically watch an event and then do a video covering my thoughts about the event, I'm now just live streaming my live reactions to the event, watching it in real time with you guys on, on a stream. And I feel that this is a great evolution in terms of what those videos used to be, and I'm going to continue to make sure I do those for all the major events that are coming up throughout this year. Now, case in point, Xbox and Bethesda just announced that they're having a game showcase at the end of January, and I will be doing a live stream reaction of that. So if you want to watch the event alongside me, we can talk about what was shown, we can talk about other stuff while it's going on. Just feel free to join that live stream. I'm going to put up a reminder and a post up just to let you guys know as we get closer to the event that is being streamed there. But that is something I'm going to be doing for all the major events that are coming up this year, and it should be pretty exciting. Something new that I had introduced last year was YouTube Shorts. These are quick 60-second videos where I kind of go over different things. Now, I've only uploaded 2 so far. One was a quick pickups video on some PS2 and original Xbox games, and the other was me seeing Avatar 2, the movie. And so I'm going to try to do these in a more sparing form of content. I'm not going to upload or commit to doing these like every single week or every single month, but just more when it makes sense. So maybe if I go see a movie, or if I go to an event or something like that, or I do some more pickup videos, something like that, where it kind of makes sense, okay, you know, I want to let you guys know, but I don't want to upload a full video. These have been kind of a joy to work on. They're actually quite interesting, and they kind of work like a puzzle because you have to record the footage, and I edit these as well. So you kind of have to piece together the portions that make sense within a 60-second container. So it becomes like a fun little challenge for me personally in terms of getting those videos up. But I want to make sure that, you know, I kind of build on that for 2023. So expect more YouTube shorts. If there's anything else that you guys want to see in particular, you can go ahead and let me know, and I can see about doing a short about that. Now, those of you who have been watching for a couple of years now may remember that I used to do these reminiscing videos of me going back to play older games. I would talk about sort of my experience surrounding the time of their initial release and whether I played them or not, and then give my sort of review and impressions of the game playing it today, in today's perspective. And I kind of parked those videos last year because it became apparent at one point where basically all I had to upload were these reminiscing videos, and I didn't want the identity of the channel to change to being this more retroactive channel where, you know, we're kind of just covering older stuff. I wanted to make sure that I uploaded those with also the newer games that we're releasing as well. But as I was catching up on my backlog, I decided to kind of park those, leave them off to the side, and just kind of focus on the newer current stuff. So for 2023, I want to bring those back. In fact, I am committed to doing, you know, about 2 a month, I would say, would be a pretty good number, and they're going to be mixed in along with the newer content and the more current stuff that you guys have been seeing now for the past couple of months. So if you missed those reminiscing videos, they will be coming back this year. For any multiplayer closure, you know, any games that are getting their servers shut down, I will be doing a video on that as well. So just, you know, to let you guys know, if you missed those, they are coming back this year. In fact, I'm going to try and get one uploaded this month. Now, the last thing I want to discuss are impressions videos. You know, ever since this channel's inception, reviews/impressions have been a main pillar of the actual content on this channel. I mean, some of my first videos ever were reviews of games. And I have always done reviews of games, and it's just, you know, it's been something that has always been a pillar of content on this channel. But I've noticed that when I started uploading, you know, the more current reviews, especially during this past 6 months, the engagement was kind of variable on each of these videos. It kind of seemed dependent on the game. I know, like me, a lot of you guys are very passionate about storytelling, and for me personally, I don't watch or read any reviews of games before I play them. I want to go in as fresh as possible. I want to make sure that I'm not being spoiled. Sure, I'll watch a trailer or two, but generally speaking, I like to go into a game knowing as little as possible, and I feel that is the best way to experience a game without having any preconceived expectations going into it. But I'm just not seeing the type of support and engagement that I want to see on those videos overall. Now, maybe that's an indication that I need to change the style of how I do those videos. Maybe instead of just doing a more gameplay focused video, I can do, you know, kind of vlog style reviews like you're watching now, and then integrate some gameplay, you know, overlaid on top of these points that I'm speaking about. You know, maybe it's something like that, or maybe there's just a possibility that we can just say goodbye to sort of impressions and reviews for current games. You know, it feels a bit weird for me to say that because, again, impressions have been a main pillar of content on this channel ever since its inception. It's part of the core identity of this channel, I feel. But honestly, it might just be time to say goodbye to those types of videos. Perhaps they represent an older niche style of content that attracts, you know, a certain type of audience. And perhaps this channel has just outgrown that. Now, one thing I want to make sure I do is that if I do take away impressions, that I replace it with something else. You know, I don't want to just take away content and just leave this open gap. I want to make sure that, you know, if something is being taken, then something is also being given at the same time. So that is something that I'm just thinking about right now. No decisions are being made, but, you know, let me know what you guys think. You know, I certainly I'm coming at the point now where we have a lot of games coming out, right? And I only have so much time, even with the changes and stuff that I've made and the balance that I found with doing YouTube. Just to put it in perspective, I'm still working my way through Need for Speed Unbound. I have the Crisis Core remake after that, and then already in the next couple of weeks we have Forspoken and the Dead Space remake coming out, and then it's just basically every single week there's a major game releasing, basically until April, you know, around that time. And so, like, inevitably I'm going to be put back on sort of the release calendar year. I'm going to be, you know, behind on some games because these are going to be substantially long games. I'm sure Forspoken, Hogwarts Legacy, you know, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and, you know, like all these games, they're going to take a long time. You know, these are not just quick 10, 15 hour experiences. These games are going to take a little while to actually get through. And so, you know, I just don't know. Doing impressions videos for games that are months old, that puts me back to where I basically was doing at the beginning or at the middle point of last year. I just don't know if that makes sense for you guys, if you guys would want to watch impressions videos for games when they're that old at that point. So it's, again, something that I'm thinking about, but I just want to put it out there that that is basically a focus of mine, to see what I can do to either evolve that style of content or replace it entirely with something else. If you have any suggestions or feedback, again, feel free to let me know. And that is basically going to conclude this video. That is what you can look forward to in terms of content coming up on the channel. Now, one thing I do want to mention as well, a lot of people have been asking me about my year-end thoughts on all the games I played in 2022, and I am going to be doing a best and worst games list of 2022. It's going to be in a similar vlog style video like this, where I'm going to go over all the games I've played, and I'll give you my personal favorites. And no, I don't want to do Game of the Year or anything like that. You know, that's something that I've kind of always been critical about. I don't like the term Game of the Year. I want to celebrate each game's strengths, rather than try to, you know, put one game on a pedestal and say this is like the best thing out of everything that released. So I'd rather do a video that celebrates each game's strengths and focuses on, you know, each game's pillars and technology and storytelling, sound design, gameplay, and all that stuff, rather than just this is the one that's good at everything, you know, if that makes sense. But I'm going to be doing a video like that this year, and that will actually be uploaded fairly soon. My plan is to get that up this month as well, so be on the lookout for that. And then on a personal note, I just wanted to say again, thank you guys so much for just the incredible support and engagement that you guys have given me, especially during these past 6 months on the channel. I want to share with you guys that I finally hit and surpassed at this point 15,000 subscribers. Now, I've been stuck at 14.8 thousand subscribers since like 2018. It's been like a period of almost 5 years where I've basically been stuck at the same 14.8 thousand subscriber number, and things have just been stagnant. It's like I peaked and I just couldn't get out of you know, just that hole. You know, I couldn't dig my way out. And finally, just the past 6 months in particular, engagement has been through the roof. Views, comments, just the reception of the videos, all that has just finally seen growth. And it was basically the first week of this year where I officially hit and surpassed 15,000 subscribers, and it's continuing to climb. So I just want to thank you guys so much just for the incredible, you know, support. Honestly, it means the world to me. I read everyone's comments. I try to get back to everyone these days, and you know, I'm just glad that a lot of you guys are so committed to the channel. You enjoy the content, and for those of you who have been with me for many years now, you know, it honestly means the world to me that you guys are still here, and I just hope I can do right by your support. And you know, you're looking forward to a lot of the stuff coming up, and I want to continue to take feedback, and I want to continue to listen to you guys and have, you know, a more personal relationship in terms of making sure that, you know, I'm producing stuff that you guys want to watch and you guys are excited about. So honestly, it just means the world to me, and thank you guys so much. Just, I couldn't have done that without you, of course, and I'm just so happy to finally be out of what felt like such a stagnant and like just emotionless point with just doing YouTube. It honestly, I was at a point where I just felt like nothing I ever did would ever get me out of that number, and to see it finally grow, and now it's continuing to grow at a pretty decent pace. Yeah, it's fantastic. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the 2023 goals and update vlog. I will see you in the next couple of weeks as more videos start getting uploaded. And if you want to get in touch with me personally, feel free to follow me on Twitter if you have Twitter, and otherwise just leave a comment and I'll get back to you there, right? Have a good one, guys, and thank you very much.